welcome back to the final part of the show. It's over to you, Eoin Sheehan. What exactly are you baking for us tonight?
So we're doing lemon and blueberry muffins. So again, it's a kind of nice lead into summer. We're going to do like kind of nice citrusy foods, nothing too heavy, nothing too, you know, chocolatey at the moment. There'll be plenty of time for that when the summer comes. But it's a kind of nice introduction, and there's loads of kind of pivots throughout the recipe. Always like when we do these, you can get to a certain point and you can pivot.
Are you too young to know that reference?
No, I get it.
Okay, that Friends reference.
Yeah, I got it straight away.
So we'll make the muffins first, but again, it could be a cake as well, and I'll stop at that point and show you. So I have butter and sugar just creamed here in this bowl. So again, room temperature butter, sugar in, rub it together with a spoon or anything at all, or a whisk even. We're going to take 2 eggs. We're going to break them into our bowl. Okay, so again, all we're doing is essentially making a cake batter. Okay. That's all it really. That's the only kind of starting point here. So get your 2 eggs in, give them a quick whisk just to make sure that they're fully incorporated and there's no bits of egg yolk or egg whites throughout.
Or shell.
Or shell, exactly. Yeah, we get over the shell. It's a little bit of vitamin. I think it's vitamin A in the shell. You can actually eat it.
Can you settle a debate we were having at home?
Yeah.
Eggs in or out of the fridge, John?
I keep them out of the fridge.
Yeah, same to you.
Yeah. I actually can tell you the answer to this if you like.
Oh, come on.
In America, they keep them in the fridge. In Europe, you're supposed to keep them out of the fridge because in America, they wash the eggs because of a salmonella outbreak in the 1970s. In Europe, you're not allowed to wash the eggs, so they stay protected.
Yeah, I
was about to say it. You took the words out of my mouth, Connor. I was about to say it.
Vote for Mary Fitzgerald from Someone's when he's got knowledge like this.
He's a point to prove tonight. No.
He is all our phone friend. Right? Should we ever do Millionaire?
Yeah.
He's the guy we're ringing.
Yeah.
No. Right, so into that, I keep them out of the fridge.
Yeah.
And we have chickens at home. We've always had hens, so it's always been out of the fridge.
So what you're saying is you get them when they're warm.
Exactly, yeah. Okay. They don't even make it to the fridge or the press. So I have added in my eggs and some buttermilk. So buttermilk is like an acidic milk. It's going to work really well with the citrus and the sugar, and it makes them really kind of nice and fluffy and moist too, okay? So in here, so we can go with our dry ingredients now. Flour, baking powder, baking soda, a little bit of salt, a little mix of both.
Okay, you got all the necessaries.
All the recipes, are online on my Instagram. I'll post a recipe after this, so you can get all the quantities there. Sieve this in, introduce a little bit of air, okay? Just so it'll help when we're baking them in the oven. They will just be a little bit lighter and softer and easier to work with as opposed to just lumping it all in. And again, we're not going to overbeat it in a second because it would just take away from me sieving it now. If I put it into the kitchen after this, it would be completely irrelevant mixing it through, okay? Keep a little bit of flour, I'll show you in a second, for those blueberries. And then start to just fold this in together and incorporate and make a batter. So that's all we're really doing here. So at this point, what we could do is we could put it into like a pound tin or a cake tin and bake a lemon cake to make a lemon drizzle.
Lovely.
That's his pivot.
Yeah, so there's your first pivot of the night, yeah. So you can make a lemon drizzle cake. This is the exact same recipe I would use. Get it to this point. Again, use our buttermilk, make it nice and acidic, and then you can make like a lemon icing after that then. So you can see you're getting your nice cake batter. To make it our blueberry theme, we get our blueberries, toss them in a little bit of flour. That's really, really important. Because often when we cook, especially with any fruit, and we add it in, it'll sink straight to the bottom. If you toss it in a little bit of flour or cornstarch or anything, it'll start to coat in little bits of flour. That will bake in the bread or in anything you make, and it'll stay around and hold it. Yeah.
I did not know that.
There you go.
Oh, and you're our other friend.
So it's a really, really handy tool to have because oftentimes if we add raspberries or blueberries or even chocolate into like a banana bread or anything, it sinks to the bottom.
So did you do that even with chocolate chips?
Yeah, if I'm making banana bread now, I'll do it with chocolate chips and it'll kind of keep it in and around the loaf itself.
Right.
Okay, so I'm going to pass this to my left, as always. Connor, would you mind filling these little cupcake cases or muffin
I'll do my
tins,
best.
please, with some of our mix. So all we're doing, we're going about 3/4 way up. There are muffin tins.
You can see how it's so lightly whipped, actually.
Yeah, and again, don't overdo it. It only needs a little bit of encouragement. Just make sure there's no lumps of flour,
There'll be no lumps
egg.
in this now.
Or even before that. So while Connor's doing that, I can carry on. I'll make the sweet cream cheese icing. It's actually made already in our mixer, in a KitchenAid or a whisk or a bowl yourself. All I have in here is cream cheese, sugar, powdered sugar that is.
I was going to say the icing sugar.
Icing sugar, yeah, powdered sugar, icing sugar. A little dash of cream and a little bit of butter.
Okay.
You're making a mess, Connor.
Don't
You're making a mess.
look at me. Look away. I'm pivoting.
So
Just
into a
when you
blender.
thought it was safe.
Into
Yeah,
a
it's now
blender,
cake.
whisk that all up, okay, and you'll get this really nice, thick cream cheese, so a sweet cream cheese. Now, what I did, it's a standard cream cheese. You can pivot here. I added in the zest of a lemon, so just zest this with a grater, so you get a really kind of nice acidic touch to the mix. So I had some that I made earlier. I'll just mix in this fresh one as well in here. What I can do actually is I can show you what Connor is doing there. This is the finished product.
Thank God.
Once he's done that, this will go into an oven, 200 degrees for about 15 to 18 minutes. Doesn't take long. You get a really kind of nice, quick golden brown colour, but they're still nice.
Yeah.
And you can see the blueberries all around there as well. And they're
lovely.
quite soft. Again, that's really, really important. So our icing is done. Mix that around. And then to finish that, I'm going to keep passing this over, Connor, so you can swap. So that's the before.
Right.
How do I do
More
this?
This
work.
is the after.
Ignore the
Perfect.
little mess
Absolutely
there now.
beautiful. Absolutely beautiful.
Thanks very much. Appreciate that.
And then to finish that, so I'll give you your icing
Karen, is
sugar.
Karen going to do this?
Yeah, please.
Oh, brilliant. Amazing.
Oh, it's up to me now. Right, very good.
There's a spoon for you, Karen.
Oh.
So the last component then is a lemon curd, okay?
All right.
So a lemon curd is really, really easy. And again, it works so many ways. I often do it with scones. You could add it to like a broken up meringues with strawberries, butter, sugar.
We've got about a minute left.
Yeah, lemon juice. Bring that up to a really light simmer and 4 egg yolks. So it's like a really thick custard. So a really light simmer. It'll thicken down and refrigerate it. And you get this really thick lemon curd. So again, hold really well, really nice and all these kind of sweet treats. And you can plop that
Karen's getting very arty
Yeah, I'm
over
getting
there.
And if you want to do
confident
a dollop of that lemon curd
On the top.
Yeah. And then we can garnish with a few extra blueberries on top. So it's a really, really simple one to do. There's a lot of sweetness from the sugar, a lot of acidity from the lemon, a little bit of tartness from the buttermilk, but they're simple to make. And again, there's so many. You can do that in a loaf version. You can do that with cupcakes, muffins.
Karen.
You're going to
or
be
a
on
ton of
Bake
different
Off
ways.
soon. Have you seen
You're doing
this?
great. Yeah, this is fantastic.
Hey, hang on a minute. He was already on MasterChef. He could do
Yeah,
Bake
he was,
Off.
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Lots of fried eggs are saying in gallery.
And again, they
Fried
store really
eggs.
well. Store them in a sealed-tight container, and they last great as well. So.
Yeah.
And sorry, will that harden this?
So exactly. So that's one thing I will say is the icing sugar. Best to put that in the fridge
Yes.
for maybe an hour and put into a piping bag. It'll pipe really easily. You can see it's a little bit runny there, but it works really well. A few blueberries on top, Connor, quickly before we go.
Oh, here we
And
go.
we're good to go.
Very nice. Remember, you can
Smashing.
check out 6 Eats for all of the recipe details. We are just about out of time for tonight. Massive thank you to our guests for joining us and to Eoin Sheehan for these lovely muffins.
Okay. Join us back here tomorrow from 6 o'clock. We'll catch up with our resident science guy, Professor Luke O'Neill, will be stopping by. We'll see you tomorrow at 6 for that. Bye-bye.
Yeah.